So I now have my pen and my phone. Our next step is to put them together in assembly. So first I'm going to insert my phone. And before I do anything else, I'm going to right click. I'm going to fix this in place so he can't move. Now I'm going to import my pen. And because I drew it in this orientation, he's kind of in the right size and shape. And now the first thing I'm going to do before I do anything else is I'm going to take and lay them out next to each other. And unfortunately, I turned off the webcam, but I'm going to look, and they look pretty darn close. That looks reasonable. And looking at the width and holding it, I really think I'm going to want to put on the back. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off by using a planar mate. We're going to do this in piecewise because it's not going to be exactly locked on like our two-part drawings were. I'm going to grab that plane, and I'm going to make that plane to this plane in the opposite direction. So I'm going to flip direction. And I also want to rotate it this way. And I don't want it directly on there, so we're going to set an offset of, I don't know, let's say 0.05. And hit tab. Let's try negative 0.05. There we go. So a little space. Maybe go a little more. That looks pretty good. So now this can move around, but it's not there. So next step is let's set the height for this thing. So I think I'm going to use a second planar. I'm going to planar the top of this surface, the top of this surface, to the top of this surface. And I think I want them to go offset some. Let's try 0.25. And I want that to be negative. I'm going to look at the left side. I'm going to hit the solve button to see what that looks like. Maybe I push down a little farther. Sorry, negative 0.5. And maybe halfway between those. Four. Again, this is just aesthetics, but that looks good. And now the last thing I need to do is I need to use a third planar. I'm not sure if planar is going to work for me, but I'll try it. And maybe I'll use this flat surface here. And the non-button side of my phone. Oh, did I make a mistake on my phone? Nope. I want the button side. So I'm going to remove that. And we're going to click on this side. Except I need to, I'm going to click solve, see what it does. Yeah, I probably want it that way, but I definitely need to offset. Let's do 0.5. Again, I need negative. I'm going to click solve to have it put it in place. That looks pretty good. I've got some room below this guy, above here. So in a spot for the band to reach underneath this clip and between the buttons. And to go across the bottom to hold that in place. So we should be good. Or it'll come down, it'll clip onto here and here. We'll have to play with it because I don't really want to make these buttons harder to press. So we'll have to play with to figure out the exact size. Maybe I'll have to take a Y that comes from this side, above the buttons, below the buttons, and then comes across this way to the back here. And maybe down here. That's something we'll figure out in the next video. But I'm thinking that looks good. I'm gonna hit check and look, and that looks pretty reasonable. If I'm holding the phone, my finger tends to come in around it. And you can't see it against the webcam's on. I'm putting the pen sort of where I see it, and that's sort of where my palm is. So it's not really causing a problem. So there is my two pieces of space. The next step is to start making a part to go between them, but I'll wait for that video until another day.